What's up, bro?
Nothing much, bro. We're here. We're ready to react to this Rao album that
I
just dropped.
know. What are your thoughts on it? What do you?
Well, I mean, before we start,
Uh
so
huh.
I want to kind of like tell the people who are watching this, who are listening to this. I mean, you're here. Subscribe. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a good time.
Facts.
But just subscribing helps out the boys.
Super.
Bring you more content is something like we're like super passionate about. It's like Latino culture and vamos.
Music, like
Nothing
we all
else.
like, we just everyone loves music.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So and we're
like
all pretty passionate about
we
reggaeton.
fucking
So
go out and listen to it every week. So it's like
literally at the clubs, it's
yeah,
all we all fiend for it. Bro, we're like
yeah.
the minute something English comes on, we're like, no, no, no.
But all
Ponme un
right, so
poco.
let's get into it.
Yeah.
So Rao dropped an album as of what was it on? It was
Uh,
on last week.
yeah, last week.
It was
No, damn, it might have been 2 weeks.
no, I think it was last week on Friday. But anyways, so no, it was last week on Friday.
Yeah.
So Rao dropped
Saturno.
Saturno, and I feel like with like the promotion that was going, like the marketing that was going behind it,
Mhm.
where like he was really feet away from us that one day in Coconut Grove,
Don't
and
even
we
mention
missed
that
out
day,
on
bro.
him.
Yeah, don't even mention that day, bro.
Like it hurt me
So
seeing
much
those
has been
pictures.
let down from that day, bro. It's just like I don't even want
Bro,
to think about it.
it's fine.
But yeah, we seen him on stories there
Yeah,
like
like
later on. It
he's
was
been like going around all of Miami, the whole world with literally his
walking near my job, like with
yeah,
his two aliens.
yeah. So it's
So
like what did you before you listened to it? What did you think the album was gonna be like?
I mean, it was super hyped up. You know, it
Yeah.
was like I kind of knew it was gonna be like I had a feeling it was gonna be very different from like the stuff he's done before. I think it was
Hmm.
gonna go in like in a different eccentric way. But I did like I'm not gonna lie, I did expect more.
Yeah.
I wasn't like blown away. Like the fact that s- still like I mean this is all subjective, but still like that Loquera and Punto Cuarenta were like the main ones that I
Yeah.
still love.
They
It just shows
they
that
were the
like
singles that he dropped from it.
yeah, exactly. And then this is still my favorite songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Gata's up there,
Yeah.
and De Carolina's pretty fire. But so I did this. I'm not gonna lie. Going into it, like before I heard it, and I listened to it at work because at work is where I listen to the my music like
The
more
most.
thoroughly. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's what I use to block everybody out.
Yeah, yeah. Black out the world.
yeah. So it's where I chose to listen because at home I'll be distracted. But yeah, I went into it super like excited and I'm like, bro, I feel like with this album he has potential to go up to like the number 2 spot because we all, I think our stance on this podcast is Bad Bunny is like
Yeah.
that
Right.
like all Spanish stars are here and then he's just like
Reggaeton moves as Bad Bunny
as but
moves.
yeah exactly he's the Drake of our
Yeah.
world type shit. So but I felt like with this out because I mean you give me your opinion on this, but I would say it's Bad Bunny and then Fade or Jay Cortez. I felt with this one Raul Alejandro could go up in the power rankings, so
Yeah.
to speak. I guess we all listen to football. I mean watch football, so I like to translate it to that.
Yeah. It's interesting because like I was and after seeing like the cover and also and everything like the cover is like the first thing you see like it
Yeah.
kind of sets the vibe of like what you're about to listen to. I was like, oh shit, we're about to listen to like some like futuristic ass
Yes.
like, and it was kind of the opposite. It was like a retro
Yeah, it did have like
like a 70s or 80s like vibe to it,
hmm
and there's nothing wrong with that because I like my parents listen to that music and like
like growing
I
up.
grew up listening to it too.
Yeah,
So,
same.
but it was like I don't know. It was I don't want to say a disappointment is a big word, but it was like kind of let me down,
Yeah, I remember when you first listened, you're like, it's not really
especially with like the first song sets a tone like
for like
like
the rest of the
the
album.
rest of the
Yeah.
album. I mean, like I don't know. I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel it like right off the bat.
hmm
You get
But
me?
like then there's always like those moments where like you need multiple listens
Yeah.
over time and you need to warm up to it. Like
There's a bunch of songs like that. I mean,
yeah,
there are albums like that.
yeah, exactly. I mean, for one, the Mora album was like that too. The one he recently just dropped.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get
We'll
to
get
that.
into it. Yeah, yeah.
But so, what songs out of this album stuck out to you?
Apart from Lo que era en Punto Cuarenta, like I said earlier, Gatas, De Carolina is another like a favorite of mine, and then there was one here. Let me go to the track list.
No, I
You have the track list right there.
no, I'm putting it up. But what I wanted to say was the only songs I have saved from the album that are not like Loquera and
Roncola.
I was gonna literally say
That's the
that.
one.
Those are the 3 ones I have saved that
Yeah.
are not Loquera or Punto
Yeah,
Cuarenta.
exactly. So it's like, I mean, I guess that goes into our conversation we were having earlier. Like, what makes a successful album? Like, do you think this was a successful album for him?
All right, so how many songs are on the full album?
It wasn't many compared
was like
to what
20
other
something?
albums. No, was it?
Yeah, it was like 20 something.
18.
18.
Yeah. It's not that
So 5 out of 18. That's not bad when you put it into perspective of like not every song, and I feel like in a way like Bad Bunny's responsible for this because you go through his albums and it's like he might not miss one.
bad. Yeah, I know.
like it's and you get used to it as like so a listener.
So like when it's not that, you're like kind of let down. Even
though historically it's like yo, if you have like 4 or 5 songs, it's a good album.
Yeah.
So, and I'm on the wave of like we kind of have to wait and see.
Like
But I think Loquera, Punto Cuarenta
are
are smashes.
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
hits.
so then count those because they're technically on this album. So count those on this album, and then add those 3 that I just mentioned that aren't like it's 5 out of 18.
Yeah.
I think it's a mid album.
Yeah.
Like it's not something I'm gonna go like. It's not like, oh, I want to hear that like right now type shit, you know.
Yeah.
It's like if it comes on, this is my opinion. If it comes on for me, I'm like, all right, yeah, I fuck with this song, I like it, but it's not.
I don't go to my way to like.
I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I'm not gonna go out my way to listen to it or play it in the car.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I'm a big fan of Raul Alejandro, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. I was like,
No.
I love his choreography. I love it. I feel like he's a good performer. I've never seen him live, but
He might be.
top 2 performer.
No, I was gonna say he might be the biggest pop star in like Latin.
Yeah, he's definitely stepped out of his. Like he's blown up.
Like we were talking about it the other day in the chat with Hidris, shout out Hidris and C's, but that he's like positioning himself as the pop star of
reggaeton.
reggaeton.
I mean, you can kind of say Bad Bunny is that, right, though.
That's the thing. That's why I hesitated to say he was the biggest, because I feel like Bad Bunny's gone to like the pop star, like pop music. He did it with his last album, but bro, there was some like reggaeton that was like traditional.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, this last album had so many different sounds, like, where it's like he had traditional shit, he had bachata, he had dembow, he had like, so it's like, is that pop? I don't think so. I think it's like I think it's his own category.
He's his own category.
Yeah, because there's nothing to compare him. Like there's certain songs.
We haven't seen something like him yet. Oh, in a while.
Yeah.
So I guess you can say he's molded his own thing.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so hard to like compare these other guys to him, because, and by him I mean Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just felt like Raul could like really like launch himself with this album had it been just a little bit more. I get what he was doing though. Like he was trying out new sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're always saying like everyone's using like the house EDM. Oh wait, I don't know if you want to save that for the other episode.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
No, we can talk about it.
But
we can talk about it now.
Okay.
We can talk about it now.
Like I know like everyone's like programming that into like their not programming, but they're using that sound basically.
Yeah.
To, like they're seeing that it's having a lot of success within like the main like listeners and shit like that. So
yeah, and I feel like we're at a stage right now where it's good to reward like people experimenting with their music, because if you use the same old sound, like you get tired of it. Like there's certain artists that they have the same sound from when they start.
Yeah,
and it's
they
like
die out quick. They don't die out quick, but it's just like
it's a very niche
Yeah.
thing. It's like they don't really like.
It's like, you know who, in my opinion, who are the only ones that have had like success and are still relevant is Joel and Randy. Like they can sing and they can rap and stuff like that, but they literally only stick to reggaeton. But it's because that's them.
They're like one of the pioneers of reggaeton.
Yeah, reggaeton, and they're still to this day like making those same sounds.
Cause it's because their music makes you like feel like bro, like going out and like having fun and
yeah,
like
exactly. You like hangar and you just want to like
perrear,
you know what I mean? Go crazy, bro. Like it puts you in that vibe. So they're like the only ones I've seen so far that they've had the same sound but still be successful and relevant.
Yeah.
cause like I mean I feel like I know what is dying, but it's because he has the same sound like over and over again. And then he kind of transitioned a little bit, and that's what kind of blew him up. Was with he started going like more like mainstream,
Yeah,
but it's just like all his songs to me now sound the same. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's
I,
like
like in his last album, the Real Hasta la Muerte,
which one?
his latest one. I'm pretty sure it's Real Hasta la Muerte though, or
No, it's not. It's the one where he's like the picture with Kobe Bryant.
yeah,
It's not Real Hasta la Muerte.
isn't it?
Real Hasta la Muerte is the one that
Oh, that
he
was his like
released the
his
day he
original.
got out of jail.
Damn, I'm blanking on the name of the album
Yeah,
now.
I didn't even listen to it like that.
But damn, no, I need to find out now what it is.
Las leyendas
Las
nunca
Leyendas
mueren.
Nunca Mueren.
Yeah.
So he had some songs in that where I was like, look, like he's like not that he's forcing himself, but he's experimenting with like different sounds for him, which is like I was like, all right, like I applaud that because it's like
Yeah.
first of all, it's when you're known for one thing, it's like vulnerable to like move to something else. Like
True, because you're stepping out of what your listeners are used to.
Yeah. Especially him, which is like a super like street dude, like he still find out a way he found out a way to like still be that with a different sound. And
Yeah.
he has a song called Esa Cruz,
The one
which
with Mora?
no,
Oh.
that one is good too.
That one's
though.
good too, yeah.
That one I think is Mi voz cuesta un billón, which bro, you get Mora on any hook and it's like his
goes
voice is
crazy.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like he's super slept on, but
Yeah.
that's me. But
I have mine.
I
That could be.
I feel like yeah, like we should reward people experimenting, and that's why I feel like with this Rao album, like I'll give it some time, but as of right now, I nothing like besides those 5 songs, like I'm not really like going back to anything, and even those other 3 songs that are not Loquera and Punto 40, I'm barely
Yeah.
going to those.
I just feel like I don't know. He really like he tried to like I don't know. It's called Saturno, so he, like
Yeah.
it's like almost like he's just trying to make it seem like something different, like going
Yeah,
to
like
another
retro,
planet.
like yeah, it's like that. You know what it gives me? It gives me like Austin Powers vibes.
Oh really?
Yeah, do you ever watch like Austin Powers, like the Gold Member and stuff, like when he was
Yeah.
like in the 70s
Mhm.
and stuff? That's the kind of vibe it gives me. But it's like if that's the theme of your album, then he did a good job.
True.
Like if that's what he was going for, then creatively he did a great job. So that's like the other thing you got to think about too. Is like
That's why that question we answered. I mean, we posed earlier is like so subjective. Like, what makes a successful album? Because, like, maybe it turned out exactly like how he wanted it.
yeah,
So to him, it's
yeah,
a hitter.
That's interesting.
So I'm excited to see how it turns out. Like over the a couple months.
Yeah, because like
See like what gets played more.
right. So I mean, we had like the kind of like a similar reaction at first to speaking of Mora of his album Paraiso, and
Whereas like you thought it was gonna be something different than what it really is.
like
but,
when he announced his album and like throughout his stories, because we sent each other like a bunch of shit, like when these guys like post
they're all
something on their
fucking
story,
around
like
each other, yeah.
so he had posted like a snippet of like something that he was like, one of his producers or engineers was working on, and I was like, yo, this is gonna be like crazy. Which now knowing what song it was,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like it was gonna be more of like that like EDM style that he's like becoming known for, and he dominates that.
Yeah, he
like,
does.
No one does like that EDM house like sound like him.
It's kind of like where you put it perfectly is like oh Colorado,
Yeah,
like that. Like I don't know, it's just that's the number one song that comes to mind when you mention that. Like just the beat he has on there.
Yeah.
How he rides and stuff.
so it's like, when that album came out, I remember being like kind of underwhelmed. I was like, but it still made me like it enough, or maybe it's because I just like Mora enough to like go back to it
Mhm.
and be like, let me give this another listen to. And I always play like front to back. Like I'll like my certain songs,
Mhm.
but I'll still like go like do it like front to back just to like kind of like get a real like glimpse of it.
Mhm.
And dude, like I feel like the last couple times I've listened to it, I've been like, yo, like this is like a really good album.
Or
Yeah. Like I had to give it more of a chance, I feel like.
it's because I feel like you had such like high expectations for it,
Yeah.
like with the specific sound that you're like, damn.
Especially me knowing like I feel like he he dominates that so well.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, on some songs where he didn't go that route, I'm like,
It
like
could
I
have
don't know.
been. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been. Like, do you think he knows it? Like, in a sense of like he knows that he's like one of the best at that specific sound. Like, you think it's known in the industry? Like,
Well, he's well respected in the industry
no, I
from
mean
like a
not
writing
him so much. I
standpoint.
didn't phrase that right. Like, you think that sound right now, like everyone in the industry, like this is what we have to keep going on because this is what everybody wants, or you think it's just like a coincidence?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're in the industry, it's your job to know who's like
What's the
like what's popping off,
wave basically?
while also staying to like yourself
Yeah.
in a way. But I wouldn't be surprised if yeah, people like know, because it's such a signature sound, and it's like in some songs that he writes for other people, like you can kind of hear him in it.
Oh yeah, true.
Like after knowing that he wrote a certain song for like somebody else, you're like, damn, like I kind of
Now when you replay,
I kind of
like,
hear
yeah.
like his voice in it, or his like tone and stuff. Like at Maquinón, like I feel like I'm like, even though it's a song like about like bichota and like all that, like I feel like I could hear his influence on that.
You could see it was like when
Yeah.
now you know he basically wrote that song, like
Yeah.
you can kind of see the influence he had. But
And with all the songs that he sent Bad Bunny.
stop
He,
it.
well, all right. So with the Mora album, I don't know if you knew this, but he sent Bad Bunny Domingo de Bote, like for
Domingo.
him to use.
Oh yeah, and Bad Bunny was
He's like, oh, I mean,
I think you told me this.
that he was like, I don't really see myself on it. Like I see more like you on it. Like take it for yourself. So and it's true, bro. Like
Yeah.
I love Bad Bunny, but I don't know if he could have
Like play like
done it like how
Yeah.
Mora does it.
Here, let me go to the album because there's a couple songs that I like.
Off the bat,
Modelito.
yeah,
Just because
the
right
young
now I have
Chimmy.
like a young Chimmy like obsession, but I'm scared that he's like kind of going the same route as Anuel in the sense of sticking to one sound. But
Yeah.
that's for another day.
Nah, I like Cosita Su Papao. That one was good. The first one, the Bienvenida Paraiso, and then that transitioning to Domingo de Bote was
Yeah.
like solid.
I mean, off Rip Calentón is number one for me, just because he dropped that like before. That
was
was like
a
the single
single.
he dropped for the album, and bro, nothing.
Yo, what'd you think about the song with Quevedo? Because that was hyped for
So much, yes. But they
because-
would post it all the time.
no,
bro.
and I'm imagining like, yo, what would Mora sound like with Quevedo on a
Bro.
because I'm like, I feel like those two would go snap on
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really.
That
It
was
kinda
what.
let down for
Not
me.
that it was a letdown, but I'm just kind of like,
It's alright.
I was expecting something like more high energy, and it was like a little
Yeah.
bit more like mellow, which is okay.
Yeah. How much influence do you think Bisa rap has, bro? So I feel like Bisa and fucking Mora would go, like if they ever made like, do they have a session together?
No,
Or
I don't.
Bro, if they made a session together, I feel
Stupid.
like those two would go perfect with each other, bro. Like,
He would have the number one song in the world.
yeah, that's what I'm saying,
how
bro.
Quevedo
Like,
did.
because Quédate, like, well, Quevedo, like, it's not even called Quédate. It's just called like the
Yeah, it's Bisa rap
where-
session.
yeah, but it's just
But
so
everybody knows that it's good.
Yeah, like it's just so hard, bro. Like so
That shit
I,
just goes
I can
so hard in the club. Like when we went to
DR
no, not DR, but to
Candela.
Candela. If that we didn't go when they were playing it, but I can just imagine.
That place erupts, especially because like he's South American, right? Or he's Spanish.
He's from Spain.
Oh, okay. But
But that's a
it
banger
goes
everywhere.
stupid. Yeah, it goes stupid. I remember when I first heard it. It wasn't even like the actual song. It was like I first heard it when we went to the Mora concert at Oasis, and they played it. But I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was that song because I remember
Yeah.
listening to the fucking 19-year-old Venezuelans we had in our backyard behind us, and if you see a cat walk by,
It's my dog.
just know he's just vibing. Oh, they were singing it. I was like,
Yeah.
damn. And when I heard the lyrics, I was like, yo, no
That's
wonder they were
Guerrero.
going fucking crazy, bro. Because I remember they're like, bro, shut up. Like,
That was super annoying. Like
Yeah.
having like 18-year-old, like you could tell, bro. Some places are just like, yo, just be 21 and over.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
like
okay with this being 21.
that 18 to 21, like range is just like I look back, even myself, I'm like, yo, that was so annoying, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know
like,
they're
just-
drinking
like just relax.
because this is like their time to like.
Everybody say hi.
What's up, homie?
But
He's blind, so he doesn't know what the fuck.
so he doesn't know that I'm even recording right now. He doesn't know he's on air.
No. I just hope he doesn't knock the camera over.
He like, but I don't know. Yeah, like we're talking about the album, and I don't. You know what song like has grown on me a lot from that Mora album?
Bet I can guess. You kind of said it the other day, but
I've been saying it like the other last couple days. I'm like, yo, like this is like banging right now.
En la orilla.
En la orilla. But it's just like his music just like takes you to like you just want to hang out. Like you just want to like vibe out.
Like on like un verano sin ti type of
Yeah.
vibe, like just chill on the beach. Like,
You know what I imagine when I listen to Mora, like in my head?
is
Go
it
ahead.
the day of the boat that we were like? Remember, like it was like the sun was going down. We were all just chilling in the front. And, like,
That day was amazing.
I know it was
But-
so fire, bro.
But no, like in my head, I'm like, when I'm listening to Mora, I'm like, yo, look, like right now, I'm at a club. All my friends, we're going crazy. We're like, oh shit! Like it feels like it's like just your own section.
Mhm.
Like that's what it feels like when you
When
listen.
you
to him.
listen to that,
Yeah,
I feel like you feel that like whenever you listen to him in general.
yeah,
Cause I get such, I think that's why like I thank you like to kind of introduce me to him. Cause I remember you told me like, yo, you have to listen to Mora, bro. Like, trust me, like, cause at first I didn't want to give him a shot. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I heard Una Vez at the fucking concert.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Even though right now, like I'm literally obsessed with Bad Bunny's verse on that song. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why.
No,
Just don't-
I remember listening to Yo Lo que me la gana,
Mhm.
and he was on there, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Cause like I guess you kind of always knew, like I just thought he was like a miniature Bad Bunny. 'Cause he's so short.
Yeah,
I thought he was like super young. I didn't know he's been in the game for
yeah, forever.
forever.
Writing for everybody.
for everybody. Another one like that is Eladio. But we're
And
gonna get to
that,
that.
that's what makes me like respect him so much. Is like, yo, he's like paid his dues. Like he's like,
literally. So he deserves like.
yeah,
I feel like he still doesn't get as much recognition as he deserves. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's starting to grow. He's definitely bigger in those Latin countries.
yeah. But we're trying to get that like to happen here, because even at the concert here, I was like, yo, like,
You could buy tickets the day of still.
yeah, I was like, yo, people don't
Fade
like
sold out in
that guy's a
that
monster,
day.
bro. That guy's a monster.
They added another day for him.
That guy's a monster.
I
That's
was-
another one. That's a
yeah.
monster.
Performance wise, I don't think he's that great, bro.
I don't know. I just see his like his videos, and he's just like,
It's the same stance every time. He does.
He's
little
just like-
bounce.
yeah. Pero Fecho,
Yeah,
Te
I know. I fuck
cagamos.
with him.
Yeah, we
I
fuck
love
with
his.
him.
I love his music. His fans go stupid hard for him.
Yeah.
Colombians, I don't know. I don't know what it is about.
he has a
Colombians,
trademark,
Like, yeah,
like the trademark glasses with the.
I wear it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
You short like me.
Yo, is that fade?
As I'm trying to grow the mullet out, bro. I want to like if I
The
get a
Colombian
mullet,
mullet. Hey, bro.
fire, bro.
Parece bien chimba.
Yo, now I look like Faye, bro. So it's like I can play either Mike Towers.
Mike
or Faye.
Towers. Fade. Yo, that's funny as fuck.
but yeah, but back to Mora, bro. Yeah, he just gives off great vibes, bro.
Yeah.
His music is just great vibes, and I don't know. I just like that whole new sound now. You know what I mean?
Who would you rather who would you rather party with, Mora or Rao?
Mora. I feel like Mora is way more fun, and because they all like, not that Ra was not funny. It's just like seeing Mora and all his boys, like
Like I'm like, yo, like they're idiots like us.
yeah, low key, bro. So
Like that's what it's
I
like.
feel like they'd be such a good time, bro.
Yeah.
Like to just fuck around with and stuff like that. And in the club, they look like they go hard.
Stupid.
Yeah. Just I remember that day we saw him like after his concert.
Yeah,
He's
after the
just-
concert.
They look dead, but it's because bro, this guy had just finished the
Dude.
Bad Bunny concert.
I remember we were watching the stories and we are like, yo, is he gonna make it to this?
Yeah.
We're like, yo, he was literally just in PR like hours
day,
ago.
yeah, literally.
Hours ago.
To just come and perform his thing.
his man came to Miami, and then probably went somewhere else after.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, he went to go. I think that's when he started his tour, but still, like,
yeah.
bro, the balls to do a whole. Okay, and that
He's
was the
like,
PR concert.
I'll
for
just
Bad
stop
Bunny.
him. Yeah, that, and not just that. He did like 3 days.
Yes,
Like it's
and
not just one
when
day.
I was there, I think all
Every
3
single
days.
day.
So, and that's a lot to like.
Yeah, that's a lot on your voice, bro.
That's why I knew. I'm like, he has to be livid right now when his audio went out for that concert. Have you heard like someone was talking about it. On Gio's thing. Gio Rosado. You guys
Shout
go,
out Gio.
to go like and subscribe his page and shit like that. He's on the come up. He had damn, I'm sorry, I'm butchering. I don't know, I don't remember his name like that. But he was talking about it, how he's like, it was Mora's sound guys, like they fucked it up for him.
Well, yeah, that's what I heard from an insider at the
Insider source.
Yeah, was that he was mad, but it was one of his guys.
That guy must have been fired the next, like literally.
I don't know, fired, but after the concert, lo prendieron.
Yeah, bro. Cause I remember he threw the mic down and everything.
He was
bro.
pissed.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, bro, like also it's like you came from like El Choliseo,
like from this crazy ass,
super produced concert to like a concert outside in like Oasis. There's no like, shade to Oasis. We love that place.
Yeah.
But it's like they weren't ready for this. Like and especially like with all the fucking equipment that he uses for like his sound.
And like the little
fucking, like all that techno shit. Like I'm like, yo, like you know how much that takes up.
And like they prepare for it, bro. Like you know what I mean? And then to show up and like not even a minute into the song, he fucking dies out, but whatever. But
we digress. Anyways, we wanna like first like ask you guys like what do you guys think about the album? Obviously like let us know your thoughts in the comments. And you have anything else to say, Brennan?
Just I want to pose a question. Who I don't want to say like because it's gonna be subjective, but like who's the better artist to you, Raul or Mora? I know we said who would you rather party with, but who's the better artist to you? Like overall, like just I don't want to say reggaetonero because I don't want to like just classify it as just who's the overall better musician.
I feel like both of them don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. They all like
they're artists. Like they're not really reggaetoneros.
So who would be like,
even though they both do it?
Yeah. Who would be?
For me, Mora.
Mora?
Yeah.
On top.
Like this, I really don't listen to Raul like personally like that much. I listen to Mora at least once a day, like an old song or like a new one, whatever. But like he's in like my rotation of like music, no matter what. Raul, I feel like before Loquera, he wasn't really in my.
True.
Loquera like I knew about him obviously, but like he didn't have any songs that were like kind of in my.
And like rotation basically.
Yeah.
Loquera and Desesperado with the Chencho.
But yeah.
That's another guy we gotta talk about, bro. Because
a GOAT.
He's low key bringing back a sound.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that on another episode.
But
yeah, answer if you guys like that question, answer it in the comments. Who do you guys think is better artist, Mora or Raul?
Thank you guys. Love you guys.
Love you.